everybody, I'm back with a brand new story, and today's story is Clark the Shark, and it is by Bruce Hale. Clark the Shark. In all the wide blue seas, in the wide world, the top school for fish was Theodore Roasterfish Elementary, and all the fish at Theodore Roasterfish, the biggest and strongest was Clark the Shark. Clark loved school, and he loved his teacher, Miss Inky Dink. He loved to play upsy-downsy and spin-a-majig with his friends. Clark loved his life. School is awesome, shouted Clark the Shark. Less shouting, more reading, says Miss Inky Dink. Lunchtime is sweet, yelled Clark the Shark. Munch your own lunch, said his best friend, Joey Mackerel. Recess rocks, bellowed Clark the Shark. You're playing rough, Clark, cried the other kids. Yes, Clark loved his life with all his sharky heart, but he loved everything way too much. He was way too loud. He was way too wild. He was just too much shark for the other fish to handle. And after a while, no one would play with Clark. No one ate lunch with him. No one sat with him at circle time. Even his best friend, Joey Mackerel, said, "Cool your jets, Clark. You're making me crazy." So, poor Clark the Shark. Nobody really wants to play with him. He's getting a little too loud and a little too wild. One day, Clark asked Mrs. Inky Dink, "What's wrong with everyone?" Mrs. Inky Dink patted his fin. "Clark, sometimes you play too hard. You munch too hard. And gosh, you even help too hard. But life is so exciting," said Clark. "There's a time and place for everything," said Mrs. Inky Dink. "And sometimes the rule is just to stay cool. Stay cool." So that's his advice from his teacher. At recess, Clark tried to stay cool, but he pushed the swing with too much zing. "Sorry," said Clark, "I forgot." "Yikes!" cried Joey Mackerel. And at lunch, Clark tried to stay cool, but everything smelled so good that he munched a bunch of lunches. "Sorry," said Clark, "I forgot." "We're starving," said his friends. So look, he's pushing the swing way too hard and he's eating everybody's lunch. He really has to calm down. And in class, Clark tried to stay cool, but a good book got him all shook up. "Now, Clark," said Mrs. Inky Dink, "this isn't the time or the place. Tell me, what's the rule?" What's the rule, everybody? That's right, stay cool. "Hey, that rhymes," he cried. Then Clark got a big idea in his sharky head. "Maybe if I make a rhyme, I'll remember every time." The next day, he put his plan to work. So let's see. Do you guys think if he makes a rhyme that he'll remember to calm down? And in class, when lessons got really, really exciting, Clark wanted to bounce out of his seat. And instead, he told himself, when the teacher's talking, don't go walking. See how he's making rhymes to remember how he's supposed to behave? And what do you know? It worked. "That a boy, Clark," said Mrs. Inky Dink. And Clark smiled. Lessons are fun. lunch, everything smelled so yummy. And when Clark wanted to eat and never stop, he told himself, only munch on your own lunch. It rhymes, and guess what? It worked again. Way to go, Clark, said his friends, and Clark grinned. Lunch is fun. And at playtime, Clark told himself, easy does it. That's the way. Then my friends will let me play. See how he's making these rhymes to remember what he's supposed to do and how he's supposed to behave? And guess what? It's working. And at playtime, it was fun. Once more, Clark loved his life. And now all his friends want to play with him again. But then a shadow fell across the playground. A ginormous shadow with tentacles galore. See? It's a new kid and he looks scary, cried Joey Mackerel. Swim for your lives. The squid squashed the slide and it snapped off the swings. Oops, my bad, said the new kid. Wait, said Clark. He just wants to play. Let's find a way. See, that rhymes too. A lot of rhyming in this book. And he swam at the new kid with all his might. Clark played harder than he has ever before. Upsy-downsy, spin-a-majig. Why, he even made a new game. Tail-a-womp-blump. Wow, that was fun, said the new kid, and he settled down. If you want to come to school, you got to stay cool. Very good, everybody. That's right, Clark, said Mrs. Inky Dink. And thanks for taking care of our new classmate, Sid the Squid. See how that rhymes? Like Clark the Shark? Hooray for Clark the Shark! And everyone cheered and said, hooray! That night, Clark's mother asked, what did you learn at school, dear? There's a time and a place for everything, Clark said. Sometimes you just stay cool. And that was Clark the Shark by Bruce Hale. Don't forget, everyone, to subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please subscribe and to like the channel. So go on, like and subscribe, and I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.